his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Wants to throw again.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right?
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here's the return from inside his 10. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got a man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. And his throw is incomplete. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Got enough for the first. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Tiger. He got loose and it was lights out after that. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he loses the football. Scooped up by the kicking team.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
You'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Got a man. It's Williamson.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. The Rebels will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Here's the handoff. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're working that left side.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick catch on third down. Crosses the 45. It's a seam wide open. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Touchdown, Ole Miss. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way, got down to the 26.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Making side adjustments here. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Let's send the tight end in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a back. They can't tiptoe. They can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He's looking to pass. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change when you create a turnover and you get the ball back on.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Motion from the back. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for Gomez. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Rebels! The defense putting points on the board.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 21 over Akron. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Clemson is quick to the line. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Complete downfield. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires it down the seam. Makes the grab deep. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on third down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field. There he goes! The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run the toss. Find some fresh air. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to the well. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
To the air on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Baldwin. Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
To give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown,
supposed to, breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Unloads it left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field.
He uncorks one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They boot it away on 4th down. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Going deep. Snags it down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Rebels are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Rebels are flying down the field. Here we go, set. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Push down for the tackle.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Back to pass on second down. Got the quick pass. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
On the snap, it's Spalding. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tiger. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia Tech ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous gold unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williamson. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Oh, he's got a chance. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Direct snap. It's Spalding. Running into the open space. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail, meat, coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These corners backing off a bit. To the air on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Caught near the sticks. It's Williamson. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.